President Trump calling out the World Health Organization, saying it failed now to carry out its basic duty and must be held accountable. The U.S. freezing funds to the group, which is now under review by the president's administration. ABC's Inez de la Catera now has more on the announcement as well as the president's push to get the country up and running again.
President Trump announcing he's halting U.S. funding of the World Health Organization while his administration investigates the organization. The president accusing the WHO of mismanaging and covering up the spread of the virus.
The WHO pushed China's misinformation about the virus, saying it was not communicable.
An about face from a tweet back in January in which Trump praised China, saying the United States greatly appreciates their efforts and transparency. This move comes as Trump faces pushback over the way he's handled the ongoing crisis.
The President of the United States calls the shots.
After indicating he'd like to reopen the U.S. economy by May, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo responded by forming a coalition with the governors of 6 other states in the region to decide when to collectively reopen their economies. The governors of 3 states on the West Coast doing the same. Trump calling those efforts a mutiny, while the nation's top infectious disease expert argued.
Ultimately, the virus is going to determine when we really can safely reopen. Not only in general, but in a particular location.
Trump reversing course Tuesday and promising to work hand in hand with the states, but adding,
I will then be authorizing each individual governor of each individual state to implement a reopening and a very powerful reopening plan.
Constitutional experts say the president can issue guidelines, but the authority to close businesses during a public health crisis lies with the states, not the federal government. Inez de la Catera, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn is weighing in on the president's announcement tonight, saying, quote, President Trump is correct to halt funding to the World Health Organization. The organization pushed Chinese propaganda and failed to carry out its most basic duty. They must be held accountable, end quote.